Episode 252. So the contractor working on Leslie's house tells her that construction has been stopped indefinitely due to permits not being passed after inspection. So Cray Cray is yelling and causing a scene at Orthy G's, and don't nobody care about you, Cray Cray, making all this scene. She thinks that because she has money that people supposed to march at her drum beat. And she's going to recognize real soon that sometimes it's about power too. Well, most of the time it's about power too. Nobody cares about you having money, honey. Next, Kat sees Dr. Kyle at Orthy G's and introduces herself. And Kat stops her conversation with Dr. Kyle because she's focusing on Leslie and her rant. And so then she focuses back on Dr. Kyle and she wants to know what is his intentions concerning her mama. Okay, well, look at Kat being protective. Next, Bill tells Vernon that he was able to stop Leslie's construction project. And Vernon is very grateful because he says that at least Anita can rest without having to worry about all that damn racket across the street. Next, Isaiah goes to Joey and he tells him about Cray Cray, well, his supposed engagement that he didn't have anything to do with. And he tells Joey that he owes him for cleaning up his messes. And I want to know what he did. Like, they're not saying. They're being really, they're being really, like, roundabout, and they're not letting out a lot of information. And he tells Joey that he and Eva doesn't keep secrets, and he want to tell her about their involvement, and he wants Joey's permission. So Joey tells him that he has his permission. Next, Anita and Bill have a heart-to-heart conversation, and Bill tells her when he sees her, he sees his mother, and he got emotional. And he tells her when he saw her, it hit him hard. And so he encourages her to fight harder. And then he gets emotional in the foyer when he's leaving out, and Kat walks in, and they begin to cry, hugging each other. And I thought that was so sweet. You got to see a vulnerable side to Bill, which we do not see. So, and I mean, of course, we shouldn't see it. Well, we shouldn't see that because he's a, shark like Joey. So, we don't need to see him crying. But it was just nice to see he does have a heart. Next, Isaiah tells Eva his story and how Joey helped him. But we didn't get to hear anything about his story. Again, like I said, this reminds me of when Martin was going through that whole situation with the Kenny dude and that whole thing about, that storyline from season 1. And so I'm like, how long do we have to wait to hear about what Isaiah did? I really would like to know. Next, Dr. Kyle gives Nicole the keys to his place, and he says that it's on her conditions on how she wants to handle it. She could just stop by anytime she wants to. There's no strings attached. And he tells her he's not interested in anyone and doesn't plan to be. So in other words, that he is sprung. All he wants is her, but he knows that she's not willing to commit yet, so he gotta play it cool. That's all he can do. Next, Vernon lets Leslie know he's the one who stopped her construction plans, and she tells Vernon she can only be pushed so far. So Vernon tells her he's only begun to push her, and it's game on. And Leslie just needs to learn how to stop before she's made to. You ain't gonna be able to win against Vernon. He has the power plus the money plus the history since his dad founded was it his dad or his grandfather? One of them founded Fairmount Crest. So, girl, there's no way in the world you gonna win. So just stop while you're ahead. And that ends the episode. Episode 253. Either way it goes, Gangsta Boo is getting on my nerves. She was getting on my nerves when it was all about Joey, and I felt like she was neglecting her kids. Well, it seems like the writer's like, okay, enough of y'all been complaining about her being a trifling mama. So let's flip the script, and now let's make her a concerned mama, because now all she's doing is complaining about Deanna not contacting her and how she doesn't know what's going on with Deanna because she doesn't want to talk to her. And she went to Nicole about it. Now she's talking to Joey about it, and she's just a wreck because she's just a concerned mother. Well, damn, it's about damn time. But instead of being at Joey house, why don't you just drive your ass to Banneker if you that damn concerned? Next, Bill is at Danny's house, and he tells her he saw Anita and it's bad. And Danny says, yeah, it's bad. And Danny was just doing so well without being in Bill's face. It seems like Bill got this radar of when Andre is out of town, because every time here he comes, and he always coming with his damn reminiscing and, oh, I was thinking about you and blah blah blah. Girl, push his ass out your house. Next, Smitty tells Jacob his contact in the illegal plasma ring, Max, has been stabbed, and he listed Smitty as his contact. So Smitty tells Jacob he feels bad because he was the one to convince him to stay when Max wanted to get out. And so, yeah. I don't know. Next, Rashad, who is the head, well, I don't know if he's the head of the illegal plasma ring, but he's the one that gives Jacob his orders. So anyway, he tells Jacob he had to have Max taken care of because he wanted out. And so he lets Jacob know that the only way out is in a body bag. So, okay, this illegal plasma ring, what is it? The mafia now? It's some type of damn mafia. The only way you out is through a body bag? Like, really? So Jacob says, so he's dead, and Rashad tells him not yet. So really, like, okay, dude, I just can't take him seriously, especially about some plasma. I just can't. Next, Joey confesses his love to Gangsta Boo by buying her a tennis bracelet, and he tells her she never has to worry about him walking away. And of course not. He unalived her husband to have her. So if somebody going through all that, a person who's willing, well, not willing, a person who got rid of the competition, her husband, well, damn, of course she ain't got to worry about him going no damn where. Next, Smitty pleads with Jacob to get out, and he says it's getting too dangerous. And Jacob, of course, he got to prove to his dad that he got what it takes to go be undercover. So he says that he's not stopping and that Smitty should pull out because it ain't going to be him. And that ends the episode.